My child, if you are alone right now, this is not by accident. I see you in this very moment. I see where you are sitting. I see the quiet around you. I see the thoughts moving through your mind, the questions you have not spoken out loud. You may feel as if this is just another ordinary moment in your day, but it is not ordinary to me. I arranged this encounter. I guided your steps. I gently led your eyes here because there is something I must speak into your heart right now. You are not here by chance. You are not listening by coincidence. This is intentional. This is divine. This is personal. You may think you are alone, but you are not abandoned. You may feel unseen, but you are fully known. I have been watching over you with care that never sleeps. Even when the room felt empty. Even when your phone was silent. Even when no one checked in on you. I was there. I have always been there. And today, in this exact second, I want you to understand that your loneliness has not gone unnoticed. Your silence has not been ignored. Your tears have not fallen to the ground without purpose. I have counted every one of them. I have listened to the sighs you did not even realize were prayers. Please open your heart to me. Do not harden it with doubt. Do not close it because of past disappointments. I have been waiting to give you this. I have been waiting patiently for the right moment when your spirit would be quiet enough to receive what I am about to place inside you. This is not something rushed. This is not something casual. This is something prepared long ago, before you ever felt this ache, before you ever asked the questions you are asking now. I knew this moment would come. I knew you would need reassurance. I knew you would need clarity. And I prepared something just for you. Do not skip this moment. This is your gift. I say that with urgency because I know how quickly distraction can steal what was meant to transform you. I know how easily your mind can wander. I know how often you scroll past the very thing that was sent to answer your prayer. But this is not the time to scroll away. This is not the time to minimize what you feel stirring inside you. Stay here with me. Breathe slowly. Let your heart soften. Let my words sink deeper than surface emotion. This is not entertainment. This is encounter. You think you found this message, but I brought you here. I orchestrated small details you did not even notice. A delay. A pause. A recommendation. A sudden thought to stop and listen. Those were not random. Those were my hands guiding you gently into position. I know how to reach you. I know how to interrupt your routine without overwhelming you. I know how to speak in ways that catch your attention without frightening you. And I chose this moment because your heart is ready. You have been searching, even if you did not know what you were searching for. You have been longing, even if you could not put it into words. And now you are here. I have a surprise prepared before you even knew you needed it. It is not what you expect. It is not wrapped in the shape you imagined. It is deeper than circumstance. It is stronger than temporary relief. It is something that will settle inside you and remain. You have been asking me for change around you, but I am beginning with change within you. You have been asking for signs outside of you, but I am planting assurance inside your spirit. This surprise is not loud. It is steady. It is not dramatic. It is life-giving. My child, I know there have been nights when you felt forgotten. I know there have been mornings when getting out of bed felt heavier than usual. I know the hidden battles you fight that no one else sees. The doubts, the fears, the quiet comparison, the wondering if you are behind while everyone else seems ahead. I know the way you question your worth when doors do not open quickly. I know the way you sometimes wonder if I hear you at all. And I am telling you now, I hear you. I have always heard you. This moment is not random. It is response. It is my answer to the silent conversation you have been having with me. Even when you did not finish your prayers. Even when you stopped mid-sentence because you felt tired. Even when you said nothing at all. I understood. I understand. I understand you completely. And because I understand you, I knew exactly when to speak. Open your heart wider. Push aside the thought that says this is not really for me. That thought is not from me. This is for you. Personally. Directly. Specifically. I am not speaking into a crowd. I am speaking into your life. Into your circumstances. Into your hidden questions. You are not just another face. You are my child. You are known by name. You are remembered. You are deeply loved. Do not skip this gift. There are moments in life that look small but carry great weight. This is one of them. What I deposit into your spirit now will echo in the days ahead. It will steady you when confusion tries to return. It will anchor you when emotions shift. It will remind you that you are not walking alone. The gift is awareness. The gift is reassurance. The gift is the awakening of hope that has been quietly fading. Right, God is my rescue and my rock if He pulled you from the pit. You may not feel dramatic change instantly, but something is shifting. Something is aligning. The heaviness you have been carrying is beginning to loosen. The tightness in your chest is softening. The fear that you are forgotten is being replaced with the truth that you are chosen. I chose you before you chose me. I loved you before you understood love. I prepared a path before you took your first step. And I am still preparing. My beloved, there is more ahead than you can currently see. The season you are in is not the end of your story. The loneliness you feel is not permanent. The waiting you endure is not wasted. I am working behind scenes you cannot access. I'm aligning people you have not met yet. I am arranging opportunities you cannot yet imagine. And when the time is right, you will look back at this moment and realize this was the turning point. Stay with me. Do not rush away from what you are feeling right now. Let it settle. Let it root. Let it grow. I am closer than you think. I am more involved than you realize. And I have not forgotten a single promise spoken over your life. My child, if you are alone right now, it is not by accident. It is because I wanted your full attention. Because I have something to give you. Because I have been waiting for this quiet space to speak directly into your heart. Please open yourself. Please receive this. Please trust that I am still guiding you, still loving you, still preparing something beautiful ahead. You did not find this message. I brought you here, and I am not finished speaking. My child, pause right now and recognize what is happening. This is not coincidence. This is not random timing. This is not an accident created by scrolling hands or wandering thoughts. I interrupted your routine on purpose. I stepped into your ordinary moment and turned it into something sacred. You may have believed you were simply passing time, but I was positioning you. You may have thought you were choosing to listen, but I was the one drawing you here. Nothing about this encounter surprises me. I knew the exact second you would arrive. I knew the mood you would be in. I knew the weight on your shoulders, the thoughts circling in your mind, the quiet questions you have been afraid to speak. I orchestrated this moment with precision. Just as I command the sunrise and set the boundaries of the sea, I also direct the steps of those who are mine. You are not drifting through life unseen. You are being led, even when you do not realize it. You must understand this deeply. Heaven does not operate by chance. I do not act randomly. Every divine interruption carries intention. When I step into your timeline, it is because something is shifting. When I call your attention, it is because your spirit needs alignment. I interrupted you because I love you too much to let you continue unaware of what I am doing around you. You might say, but it feels ordinary. My child, some of the most powerful moments begin quietly. The seed that breaks the ground does not announce itself with thunder. The turning of a key in a lock makes only a small sound, yet it opens a door that changes everything. In the same way, this moment may seem simple, but it carries eternal weight. I brought you here intentionally. I guided the sequence of events that led you to this exact point. A thought, a suggestion, a pause, a decision. I was in all of it. There is urgency in my voice because I know how easily you dismiss sacred moments. I know how quickly doubt whispers, "This is not important." I know how the enemy tries to convince you that this is just another message, just another passing word. But this is not common. This is a divine interruption. And when I interrupt, it is because something must be heard now, not later. Do not skip this. Do not treat this lightly. There are moments that carry grace for transformation, and if ignored, they pass quietly by. I am not threatening you. I am awakening you. I am telling you that heaven has leaned close to speak into your life. Angels are not confused about this moment. They understand its significance. The spiritual realm recognizes what you are only beginning to sense. Please support our channel. Our work is dedicated to bringing happiness into your life and inspiring devotion to God. If you would like to support us, you can donate through Super Thanks. You have been walking through a season of uncertainty. You have questioned whether I am truly involved in your daily life. You have wondered if I still guide you personally, or if you are simply navigating on your own. Let this interruption answer that doubt. If I were distant, I would not intervene. If I were silent, I would not orchestrate. If I were indifferent, I would not pursue your attention so deliberately. The very fact that you are here proves my involvement. Think back to how you arrived at this point. It may seem small. It may seem ordinary. But I was arranging pieces long before you noticed. I know how to weave moments together. I know how to position you exactly where my voice can reach you clearly. You did not stumble here. You were summoned gently. My child, heaven orchestrated this moment because something within you has been drifting. Not lost but unsettled. Not broken but distracted. You have been carrying questions without answers. You have been making decisions without full clarity. You have been feeling a subtle unrest that you could not explain. That unrest is not random either. It is the stirring of my spirit drawing you closer, calling you deeper. This interruption is an invitation. It is not condemnation. It is not correction in anger. It is loving redirection. I am pulling you out of autopilot. I am lifting your eyes from routine. I am asking you to become aware that I am actively guiding your life. You are not wandering without purpose. You are being positioned for something you cannot yet fully see. There is urgency because timing matters. Some instructions must be heard at the right moment to have their full effect. If you delay, if you ignore, if you close your heart, you may still move forward, but you will do so without the clarity I intended to give you. I do not want you stepping into your next season confused or uncertain. I want you anchored. I want you aligned. You may feel something stirring inside you right now. A seriousness, a weight, a sense that this is more than ordinary encouragement. That feeling is not imagination. That is recognition. Your spirit knows when I am speaking. Your heart knows the tone of my voice. And I am speaking now with clarity because you are at a crossroads, even if you do not yet see the signs. Heaven does not rush, but heaven does move with precision. When I interrupt, it is because a shift is near. You may not see the door yet, but I see it forming. You may not sense the transition clearly, but I know it is approaching. This moment is preparation. It is alignment before movement. It is awareness before action. I have watched you wrestle with doubt. I have seen you hesitate when I nudge you forward. I have noticed the caution that has slowly turned into delay. And I am speaking now so that hesitation does not steal what obedience would release. Do not mistake fear for wisdom. Do not confuse delay with discernment. When I call you to listen, it is because clarity is being offered. This is why you must not skip this moment. If you rush away, you will carry the same confusion you arrived with. If you remain, you will receive direction. I am not asking for blind action. I am asking for attentive trust. Sit still in this interruption. Let it penetrate deeper than surface thought. My beloved, heaven orchestrated this because you matter. Your life matters. Your decisions matter. The path ahead matters. I am not passive about your future. I am invested in it. I am involved in the smallest details. I see the crossroads forming. I see the distractions attempting to pull you sideways. I see the subtle influences trying to shape your direction without your awareness. And I will not remain silent while that happens. This interruption is protection. It is guidance. It is love in motion. I am not merely observing you from a distance. I am walking with you, adjusting your course, speaking into your timing. You are not left alone to figure everything out. There is a holy seriousness in this moment. Not fear, not pressure, but importance. The kind of importance that marks turning points. Years from now, you may look back and realize this was the moment clarity began. This was the moment awareness returned. This was the moment you realized I was closer than you thought. Stay with me. Let the noise fade. Let your defenses lower. Let your spirit become attentive. I have more to reveal, but first you must accept this truth. You are not here by accident. You were guided here intentionally. I interrupted you because I care about where you are headed. Heaven orchestrated this moment because you are loved beyond measure. And I am not finished speaking. My child, I saw your loneliness. I saw it when no one else did. I saw it when you smiled in public but felt empty inside. I saw it when you said, "I'm fine," even though your heart felt heavy. You may have hidden it well from others, but you could never hide it from me. I saw the tears you wiped away quickly so no one would ask questions. I saw the way you turned your face to the side so no one would notice your eyes filling up. Not one tear fell without my awareness. Not one sigh escaped your lips without my attention. There were nights when the world grew quiet and the silence felt louder than noise. Nights when you lay awake staring into the darkness, replaying conversations in your mind, wondering what you did wrong, wondering why things turned out the way they did. You felt the weight of isolation press against your chest. You reached for comfort and found none. You hoped someone would call, someone would notice, someone would understand. But the phone stayed still. The room stayed silent. And you felt forgotten. I was there. Even when you could not feel me, I was there. I watched you curl up under blankets trying to hold yourself together. I saw the tears that soaked your pillow when you thought no one knew you were crying. I heard the prayers that never fully formed because your voice broke halfway through. I understood the questions you were too tired to ask again. Why am I alone? Why does this hurt so much? Did I do something wrong? My child, I heard all of it. Say, Jesus, I adore you deeply if he's your first and forever love. You thought your loneliness meant abandonment. You thought the silence meant distance. But silence is not absence. Just because I was quiet does not mean I was gone. There are moments when I hold you so closely that you mistake my presence for stillness. I was not far from you in those nights. I was sitting beside you. I was covering you. I was protecting you from deeper pain you did not even see. You felt forgotten by people you trusted. You felt overlooked in rooms where you hoped to belong. You felt like your voice did not carry weight. Like your presence did not matter. And slowly, quietly, you began to question your worth. You began to wonder if you were too much or not enough. Too sensitive. Too quiet. Too different. My beloved child, those thoughts did not come from me. I never forgot you. I never overlooked you. I never lost sight of your value. While you were feeling invisible, I was watching you with deep love. While you were wondering if anyone cared, I was caring more than you could imagine. The loneliness you experienced was not proof of your insignificance. It was a season, and seasons change. There were nights when you felt surrounded by people yet still alone. That kind of loneliness hurt even more. To be in a crowd but feel unseen. To speak but feel unheard. To give but not feel received. I saw that ache. I saw the way you pulled back slowly, guarding your heart because it felt safer than being disappointed again. I saw you build quiet walls around your emotions. I saw you become stronger on the outside and quieter on the inside. But even then, I was present. I was the reason you did not completely lose hope. I was the small whisper that told you to hold on one more day. I was the calm that settled over you when anxiety tried to take over. I was the strength that carried you through mornings when you did not feel ready to face the world. You thought you were surviving alone. You were not. I was sustaining you. My child, there were moments when you asked me directly, "Are you there?" You may not remember exactly when, but I do. I remember the tone in your voice. I remember the mixture of doubt and hope. And though you did not hear thunder in response, I answered you with presence. I kept you breathing. I kept you standing. I kept you moving forward. Feeling forgotten does not mean you were forgotten. Isolation does not mean you were abandoned. Silence does not mean I was absent. Sometimes I allow quiet seasons not to harm you, but to draw you closer. In loneliness, you began to seek me more deeply. In isolation, you started to question what truly matters. In those long nights, you grew stronger in ways you did not realize. You became more aware of your inner life. You became more sensitive to my gentle nudges. The very season you thought was breaking you was shaping you. But I do not ignore your pain. I do not minimize your tears. I know loneliness cuts deep. I know it makes you question your value. I know it can feel endless. That is why I am speaking now. To tell you clearly, you were never alone in it. When you sat in your car after a long day, trying to gather yourself before going inside, I was there. When you walked into your room and closed the door, feeling like no one understood you, I was there. When you scrolled through memories and felt that sharp ache in your chest, I was there. When you whispered, "I just want to feel seen," I was there. I saw your loneliness, and I was closer than you realized. You may not have felt dramatic comfort. You may not have sensed visible change. But my presence is not always loud. Sometimes it is steady. Sometimes it is quiet strength holding you upright. Sometimes it is protection from thoughts that could have pulled you deeper into despair. You survived that season because I was holding you together. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not alone now, and you were not alone then. The loneliness was real, but so was my presence. The tears were real, but so was my protection. The questions were real, but so were my unseen answers forming behind the scenes. Even when you thought I was silent, I was working. My beloved child, I need you to release the lie that says your isolation meant rejection from me. That lie has weighed on you too long. I was not rejecting you. I was refining you. I was preparing you. I was strengthening parts of you that needed to grow before your next season arrived. And now, as you sit here hearing my voice, let this truth settle deeply inside you. I have always been with you. I was in the quiet nights. I was in the hidden tears. I was in the moments when you felt forgotten. I was closer than your breath. You may have walked through loneliness, but you did not walk through it alone. And I am still here. My child, the gift I have been waiting to give you is not what you think. It is not something you can hold in your hands. It is not something that fades with time or loses value when circumstances shift. The surprise I have prepared for you is deeper than material gain. It is not wrapped in money, applause, or outward success. Those things can come and go. What I have been preparing for you is something that settles in your soul and changes the way you walk through every season. You have asked me for visible breakthroughs. You have prayed for doors to open, for situations to change, for certain people to return or a certain problem to disappear. I have heard those prayers. I have not ignored them. But before I release what is around you, I must secure what is within you. The gift I have been waiting to give you is peace that does not depend on circumstance. It is restoration that reaches into places you thought would always ache. It is identity so strong that no rejection can shake it. This is the surprise. You thought I was preparing a change in your surroundings. I was preparing a transformation in your spirit. You thought I was delaying because you were unready. In truth, I was building something inside you that could sustain what is coming. If I had given you external blessing without internal stability, you would have carried anxiety into abundance. you would have brought insecurity into opportunity. I love you too much to allow that. The delay was preparation. While you were waiting, I was restoring parts of you that were quietly broken. While you were wondering why nothing seemed to move, I was strengthening your foundation. You did not see dramatic shifts, but small, sacred changes were happening beneath the surface. Your thinking began to mature. Your resilience began to grow. Your dependency on human approval slowly began to loosen. That was not accidental. That was my work in you. The peace I am giving you now is not fragile. It is not based on whether everything goes your way. It is not dependent on perfect timing or perfect outcomes. It is rooted in knowing who you are in me. This is the identity I have been forming in you. You are not defined by who stayed or who left. You are not defined by how fast your life progressed. You are not defined by past mistakes or missed opportunities. You are my child. That identity is not seasonal. It is eternal. My beloved, heaven has been preparing this gift for longer than you realize. Before you felt the ache of waiting, I knew what you would need. Before you cried out for relief, I had already designed restoration. The peace you are about to experience was not created overnight. It had been formed in heaven's quiet places, shaped by my love, guarded by my timing. I do not rush what is sacred. You thought the delay meant denial. It did not. It meant alignment. There were things in your heart that needed to be untangled. There were attachments that needed to loosen. There were fears that needed to be exposed. If I had moved too quickly, those hidden cracks would have widened under pressure. So I allowed time, not to frustrate you, not to ignore you, but to protect you. The surprise I give you now is restoration of your inner life. You have carried stress quietly. You have lived with tension in your body, replaying conversations, imagining outcomes, worrying about tomorrow. I am releasing you from that constant pressure. I am teaching your soul how to rest again. I am reminding your mind that you do not have to control everything to be secure. This peace is not passive. It is powerful. It allows you to stand steady while uncertainty moves around you. It anchors you when emotions try to pull you off course. It reminds you that your future is not hanging by fragile threads but is held securely in my hands. This is the gift. Restoration is part of it as well. There are places in your heart that felt worn down, dreams that felt smaller than they once did, confidence that faded slowly without you noticing. I am restoring those places, not by returning you to who you were before pain touched you, but by shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more grounded than before. Restoration does not mean going backward. It means being renewed with greater depth. You have questioned your identity more than you admit. You have wondered if you are enough, if you are capable, if you are worthy of the things you hoped for. That questioning has quietly shaped your choices. It has made you hesitate when you should have stepped forward. It has made you shrink when you should have stood tall. My gift to you is clarity about who you are. You are chosen. You are not an afterthought. You are not overlooked in the plans of heaven. Your worth was established before your performance ever entered the picture. Nothing you have achieved increased your value. Nothing you failed at decreased it. Your identity rests in my love, not in human measurement. The delay you experienced was not empty time. It was shaping time. It was strengthening time. It was purifying time. When you felt stuck, I was removing distractions. When you felt slowed down, I was deepening your roots. When you felt forgotten, I was building quiet endurance in you. And now, because of that preparation, you can carry peace without losing it quickly. This gift is not loud. It may not come with dramatic emotion. It may begin as a quiet assurance in your chest, a steady calm where anxiety once lived, a subtle confidence replacing constant doubt. That is my work. Do not dismiss it because it is gentle. Some of my greatest miracles begin softly. There are blessings still ahead for you. Doors that will open. Opportunities that will unfold. But you will step into them differently now. Not desperate. Not anxious. Not trying to prove yourself. You will step forward grounded in identity and sustained by peace. That is why the preparation mattered. That is why the delay was necessary. If I had rushed the process, you would have entered your next season carrying old wounds unhealed. Now you are stronger. Now you are clear. Now you are steadier. The waiting refined you. The silence matured you. The loneliness deepened you. None of it was wasted. My child, the surprise I have been waiting to give you is this. You are whole in me. You are secure in me. You are seen in me. And from that place of security, everything else flows. Peace flows. Confidence flows. Courage flows. Decisions become clearer because fear is no longer leading you. Heaven prepared this gift carefully because you matter deeply. I do not give you temporary relief when I can give you lasting stability. I do not offer surface comfort when I can bring deep restoration. I do not define you by your past when I have already written your future with hope. Receive this gift now. Let peace settle in your thoughts. Let restoration begin in hidden places. Let identity anchor your spirit. And understand this clearly. The delay was not a mistake. It was preparation for something stronger than you imagined. I have been waiting to give you this because I wanted you ready to carry it. And now you are. My child, I know you have asked this question more than once. You have looked up in the quiet of your heart and whispered, "Why did I have to walk through this alone?" You have wondered why certain people could not go with you, why certain relationships faded, why certain voices grew distant, why doors closed without explanation. It felt hard. It felt unnecessary. It felt like abandonment. But I tell you now with tenderness and truth, the season of isolation was necessary. You were not separated to be punished. You were separated to be protected. There were distractions around you that would have delayed your growth. There were voices that were too loud, opinions that were too heavy, expectations that were too binding. If I had allowed everything to remain, you would have continued leaning on what was comfortable instead of discovering what was powerful inside you. So I gently removed what was familiar. Not to harm you, but to focus you. You call it walking alone. I call it walking undistracted. There are seasons when I allow crowds, and there are seasons when I allow quiet. The quiet season is not lesser. It is deeper. In silence, you hear me more clearly. In separation, you discover who you are without constant influence. When the noise fades, truth becomes easier to recognize. I needed you to hear my voice without competition. I needed your spirit to settle enough to discern what truly matters. Type, "I trust you, Lord," without question if your faith stands even in silence. And share this video